Statistics, Modeling, and Finance, Chapter 5, Valuation Models, page 8, Mass Appraisal, USPAP. Note: major changes were made with the adoption of the 2018-2019 edition of USPAP. Since its inception, both the development and reporting of mass appraisals has fallen under Standard 6. In keeping with other standards, such as Standards 1 and 2 for appraisal activities, the previous Standard 6 was divided into two. Standard 5 now deals with the development, that's highlighted, of mass appraisals, and Standard 6 now deals with the reporting, that's highlighted, of mass appraisals. Please take a good look in the USPAP publication to fully understand the changes. This is from Standard 5. Standard 5, Mass Appraisal Development. In developing a mass appraisal, an appraiser must identify the problem to be solved, determine the scope of work necessary to solve the problem, and correctly complete research and analysis necessary to produce a credible mass appraisal. Comment: Chapter 5 applies to all mass appraisals of real or personal property, regardless of the purpose or use of such appraisals. The reporting and jurisdictional exemptions applicable to public mass appraisal prepared for ad valorem taxation do not apply to mass appraisals prepared for other purposes. A mass appraisal includes: Number 1, identifying properties to be appraised. Number 2, defining market area of consistent behavior that applies to properties. Number 3, identifying characteristics, supply and demand, that affect the creation of value in the market area. Number 4, developing a model structure that reflects the relationship among the characteristics affecting value in the market area. Number 5, calibrating the model structure to determine the contribution of the individual characteristics affecting value. Number 6, applying the conclusions reflected in the model to the characteristics of the properties being appraised. And number 7, reviewing the mass appraisal results. USPAP Standards Rule 5-4B says that in developing a mass appraisal, appraiser must employ recognized techniques for specifying property valuation models, and comment: the formal development of a model in a statement or equation is called a model specification. Mass appraisers must develop mathematical models that, with reasonable accuracy, represent the relationship between property value and supply and demand factors, as represented by quantitative and qualitative property characteristics. The models may be specified using the cost, sales comparison, or income approaches to value. The specification format may be tabular, mathematical, linear, nonlinear, or any other structure suitable for representing the observable property characteristics. Appropriate approaches must be used in appraising a class of properties. The concept of recognized techniques applies to both real and personal property valuation models. USPAP Standards Rule 5-4C says that in developing a mass appraisal, an appraiser must employ recognized techniques for calibrating mass appraisal models. Comment: calibration refers to the process of analyzing sets of property and market data to determine the specific parameters of a model. The table entries in a cost manual are examples of calibrated parameters, as well as the coefficients in a linear or nonlinear model. Models must be calibrated using recognized techniques, including but not limited to multiple linear regression, non-linear regression, and adaptive estimation. It is apparent that this whole practice of mass appraising is different from single property appraisal practice. Mass appraisal is one of the valuation services that may be conducted by an appraiser. However, it is paramount that you understand the competency rule of USPAP and not attempt to undertake a mass appraisal without the requisite knowledge and experience. End of page.